I was at a party recently, sipping from a clear plastic bottle of well water, when an old drinking partner announced his verdict. I was, he said, more fun when I drank alcohol. The crowd around him laughed, clutching their bronze bottles of beer as if they were Olympic medals. And I started thinking. He was right. Alcohol had been a key part of my life, woven into so many fond memories. Uncles who guzzled Schlitz beer at a Cubs game. Chicago family reunions fueled by Mogan David. Every year's a good year. The champagne toast, the libations to river gods on rafting trips, the lovely, endearing Shakespearean characters who partied too hard like Falstaff. It was in my blood, woven into my identity, and any time I yearned for a taste of nostalgia, alcohol was there as my guide. But one day in my mid-50s, I recognized I was slowly slipping into an abyss. I was feeling old. I was feeling endlessly listless and had trouble sleeping. I defaulted toward inertia, looking to avoid physical activity, and found comfort on the couch at the end of the day watching TV and drinking wine. I felt groggy during my morning drives to work, drifting off into a numb, soulless muck. One morning I didn't notice a red light, and I ran straight through it. That terrified me. I figured I was just growing old, and this is what being old meant. Like a man who feels pain in his foot and thinks it's natural, I didn't realize the burr beneath my heel. One day I quit. There was no revelation from the heavens, no long conscious struggle between alcohol and me, no long days of staring at the refrigerator, tempted to sneak a drink. I just decided I had had enough, and I stopped drinking and never looked back. I decided at 55 that I was not ready to grow old, to slip into invalidism that many people my age seem to do. I did not want to go quietly into the night. A voice churned within. I needed to climb mountains, to run rivers, to live adventurously, not to marinate my wits. If there was one other cause for my decision, it was this. I had seen too many of my native friends' lives ruined by alcohol. Somehow I yearned for a degree of symmetry in my life. And how could I sympathize and help my friends climb out from the abyss while I was in the abyss myself? Within a week, I slept through the night, and I didn't wake up with headaches from my own snoring. I started biking more, trying to eat better, and I felt my attitude shifting to a more positive center. Every day after work, I went fat biking with my husky puppy along the single-track trails surrounding Anchorage, and I felt energized. The good built on the good. And soon I realized I did not need alcohol in my life. The blood in my veins tingled after a workout. I had more genuine energy in the morning. I had less gas. And I never ran a red light again. I look back at where I had been, and I started to hate everything about alcohol. The lies it perpetuated, the families it had broken, the potential it had sapped, and how it could turn ordinarily decent human beings into dimwits, kind of like religion. I was Plato's man come from the darkness, and I resented the deceit that had welded my alcohol world together. Trust us, this world seemed to say, for a slice of your soul will give you good times, camaraderie, position, a Faustian bargain. I was on a 20-mile backpacking trek with my wife, son, and dog, Puppy. We were hiking high in the Wrangell Mountains. I woke up early alongside a stream and made myself a cup of coffee. As I watched the first slivers of sunlight shoot across the clouds, I realized I was happy. It was the simple happiness brought on when you're liberated from phoniness and connected to what matters, when you're in majestic country with the people you love. Nothing could ever duplicate that moment. Nothing alcohol-induced could ever create that kind of memory. I knew there was no turning back, and now, even when I'm in the city, I yearn to return to the mountains and the high country, living as simply as I can. No more me and alcohol. Living without alcohol has impacted my old drinking friendships, but that's okay. Any friendship built on alcohol is not worth keeping. I am much happier alone and weary of the herd. It's okay to be a loner. Now I seem more hyper and restless. I rise early and I can't wait to go for a walk or a bike ride. During my walks in the woods, I search for the great gray owl and spruce trees along the meadows and caw at the ravens, and sometimes they answer. I feel alive, untethered to the expectations of others. There's no turning back. No turning back. Back at the party, I am tempted to put into words how giving up alcohol had saved me, that people should be happy for me. But the inmates, their brains sufficiently marinated, would hear none of it. I don't walk in that world anymore. If only they understood how hiking the Pacific Crest Trail had given me the opportunity to connect with hikers in their 20s and 30s, and how older people drinking and bragging about their pasts really bored me. I feel pity for them, eroding away the remaining minutes of what could be a joyous life. They say they are really free, yet they can't see the chains holding them down. All their ambitions and wild dreams flame up, wither, and are smothered by that last gulp from a tin can, melting through the bloodstream like an apparition that slowly forms a straitjacket on their souls. Yes, as my former drinking buddy said, I was boring now. And I am boring deep into the marrow of life, searching for joy. Go ahead and drink your highs from a cheap tin can. I'll find mine walking above the clouds. And your opinion about me, frankly, doesn't matter one damn bit.